Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? It is a Junkie, and I'm back with another room tour video. Figured it's January 2nd, 2021, and I would do a room tour video. This is the room leading into my comic book room. We live in a 2-bedroom townhome, and one room is dedicated strictly for comics. Awesome, I know. Thanks to Jessica, my beautiful wife, who has allowed me to have this spare room for my collection. So if you guys are new to my channel or you stumble upon this video on YouTube, yeah, I have a pretty extensive collection. It's 27,400 comics. I'll leave a picture at the end of this video of my CLZ app to let you know exactly how many comics I have, but it is over 27,000 comics. So let's go ahead and go in. This is the room. These are some prints I bought off eBay. The seller was saying they were original, like, 11 by 17 prints that he got from a con, but they are paper prints, printouts from a computer. And I got my money back, but I kept them. Figured I'd tape them to the doors like an entrance in. And here we go. So this is the view of my room as you come in the front, the door. And yeah, this is the view you get, and I'll pan across the walls. Those are all signed prints that I've gotten from Tampa Bay Comic Con over the years. This is a majority of them. I have a few that I have not hung up because I just don't have the room for them. I have run out of wall space, as you guys will see. So yeah, that's a majority of them. It's probably 95% of my prints. As you guys know, because of the pandemic last year, Tampa Bay Comic Con was shut down, and I didn't get to go. And I didn't buy any the year before because I just didn't have the room for them. Plus, there were some artists there that that I've already got prints from, or that I just wasn't interested in getting prints from them. So, but this is a majority of my prints on the wall. I'll do a closer pan as we move closer to the wall. But here is the centerpiece of my room. Okay, so what these are drawer boxes, or the BCW boxes down here, that I handcrafted to make into drawer boxes. I have a videos up on my how-to section in my playlist. What I basically did is I poked holes in the sides of the boxes on the insides, and I zip tied them together to basically make drawer boxes. And they work just as well. And at the time, they were a fifth of the price. Now, the housing shells have gone up in price, so they're almost probably equivalent, maybe a little bit cheaper than the drawer boxes, but I made these when they were a lot cheaper. I could get a bundle of 10 for like $40, and they fit your BCW boxes already, so you didn't need to buy special boxes for them. So, yeah. Anyways, what I've done is I've stacked them because, you're able to pull the boxes out like this. So that's how they are. And what I've done is I've stacked, there's 2 in the front, and there's three high in the back. And what I've done is I've taken a black sheet that I bought at Target, and I folded it, and I draped it over to make it look like a desk. Because you basically don't need to have access from the top, just from the side to pull them out. So I made a desk. I utilized my space, and what I've done is this is where I keep my hardcovers, my price guide, my laptop, some art prints that I've gotten over the years from, these are basically all from YouTubers or Instagram people. All these comic book covers that I've done, or that I have, are all from YouTubers, Journals Comics, from Heroes to Icons, and a few other people that are on Instagram that I commissioned to do. I'm a big Wolverine fan, so all of these are Wolverine related, except for Miss Haley down here on the end, which was done by Journal Comics. Shout out to Chris. As you guys know, Miss Haley was my partner in crime. She was my little toy schnauzer, and she had passed earlier in 2020. And I had asked Journo if he could do a drawing of my favorite picture of her, and There she is. She's always in the room with me because she was always in here with me when she was alive. But I don't want to get sad. I don't want to make this sappy. But, yeah, so these are all commissioned comic book covers of Wolverine or Sabretooth, basically. That's my favorite villain and my favorite hero of all time. Tony Wynot Art, I commissioned him to do me a thing, a print, and to draw whatever he felt inspired to draw, and he knows I'm into horror, so he did this for me, which I'm super excited about. Over here are my Kill or Be Killed graphic or trade paperbacks that I've been reading, so that's why these are out. And these two containers here contain all my Handsy comics. I have about 25 total of the Handsy books, and I'll just open one up real quick and show you. I'm probably going to have to buy me another one, but yeah, it is full of Handsy books. It's a weird comic. It's a Christian comic. It was given out at church, and I have 25 copies of it. I don't know why, but I'm just obsessed with that book, so I buy it whenever I can. So basically, all these books here are all, on the bottom here, are all Avengers or Avengers-related characters. And what I try to do is, when I organize my collection, I try to keep, like, X-Men and X-Men-related books all together. So, Avengers and all the Avengers characters together, like Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye. I try to keep all of those together. So that's Thor. So that's what all these bottom two rows are, basically all Avengers and Avengers-related characters, aka Thor, Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man. They're all right here in this section here. So I know if I want to get an Avengers book or an Avengers-related book, I know where to go. Okay, so if you see a design box, that is basically what is in the box. So you see 3 Ghost Rider boxes here. These 3 contain all of my Ghost Rider comics. My whole collection of Ghost Rider books. And I have them separated, and I have dividers. This here is the Western Ghost Rider, and it just goes on. So anything Ghost Rider or Ghost Rider related, like Son of Satan, I believe those are in here. Yeah, my Son of Satan collection and stuff like that, they're all in the Ghost Rider boxes. And then down on the bottom, these 3 BCW boxes are just random collections. And what I do is I have little... Okay, these are index card holders. They're clear. They're pocket holders, and they have sticky on the back. So I've stuck them on the front of my box because I've seen people write on their boxes and put Post-its, and I used to do that back in the day until I discovered these little these little plastic holders, and they fit index cards. And depending on what size you have, you can get the smaller index cards or you can get the bigger ones. Right now, these boxes here have the smaller index cards. So, you know how our collections are constantly changing. You know, the boxes are shifting. So I have New Warriors, Doom 2099, and Winter Soldier in here. Now, I may get a big run of New Warriors, and I don't have any room for Doom 2099. So as you see here, I've crossed out. So I could either cross out, or I could pull this index card out and make a whole new index card telling you what's inside this box. Which I think is a fantastic idea, because you're not really ruining your box. And these are, you can write on there, you can put notes, you can put whatever you want on these little cards. The only downside I found to these was the lip that these index cards fit in is longer than the actual index card. So you actually have to dig inside and try to, you know, pull that out with your fingernail. So what I did was I was trying to think of how can I get these cards out without ruining the sticky on the back. Because, you know, once you do that so much, the sticky wears off and it needs to start to come off. So what I came up with is putting a piece of clear tape on the front and fold it over to the back to make like a little pull tab. So now, when I want to get this card out, as you see I have it, it's kind of hard to see, but it's right here. See, you can see the glare. It's a little pull tab that I can just pull this card in and out. So I've done that to all of my boxes. All of my boxes have these, see here's a larger size. They have these pull tabs on them. See how the sticky is starting to come off on some of these? So they all have the little pull tabs See it right here? So it's easy to pull the card in and out. The only boxes that, well, some of them do, but the only boxes that really don't have the index cards are boxes that are specific, like Uncanny X-Men. So basically the ones that have Uncanny X-Men are all of my Uncanny X-Men collection. And I have these little stickers on them, labeled like 1 through 4, I believe. Yeah, 1 through 4. So this is my whole Uncanny X-Men collection, all these Uncanny boxes. And they're labeled from, these are my earliest ones to the end. And basically I have complete from 100 to 544, which is the last issue of the Volume 1 of the Uncanny X-Men. So I have complete 100 through 544. So I know this box here starts 100, and this here has 400 or 544 in it, and annuals. And as you can see, they're all labeled of what's in the box. Now I do have Wolverine complete. I have volumes 1 through 7, and most of the miniseries and one-shots complete of Wolverine. He is my favorite character, so I did complete that about 2 years ago, which I'm super stoked about, is that I have a complete Wolverine volumes 1 through 7. And so basically this whole wall here, as you see, from the very end all the way, and I'll do a bigger pan of it. From the end where that TIE Fighter is, that stack there, all the way to here is all of my Uncanny X-Men and Uncanny X-Men related comics. Now that includes X-Factor, X-Force, New Mutants, any kind of miniseries, one-shots, anything to do with X-Men is all along that wall. That's how extensive my X-Men collection is, which I'm pretty proud of. So over here we have some movie posters. These are the official size of the movie posters you see in the theater, Bad Moon, Spider-Man 3, and Hellboy. I have probably about 30 actual posters, but I only have a few amount of frames, so that's why I only have a few. So I try to pick, I'm a big horror fan, so I try to represent everything that I collect in this room, horror and comics. But anyways, I also collect toys. I'll show that in another video, but I have an extensive toy collection that's in a closet downstairs. But that's my whole Uncanny X-Men collection and X-Men related titles. Here's just a quick view of some of the prints that I have by Greg Horn, by all different types of artists. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Then over here, along this wall here, is all, starting from this row here with this black box, this whole row here, all the way over is the rest of my Marvel collection. And now these are all independent, or not independent, but random Marvel titles. Doctor Strange, anything X-Men, or not X-Men, anything Marvel related is all along this wall here. Now from this row here, where the two books are, all the way back, and then along this wall back here, where my TV's at, from here, underneath the TV, all the way back to right there is all my independent books. So you see the two Walking Dead boxes, that's my Walking Dead collection. So all of these, all of those, and all of those up to where that stack is worth 3 is all my independent books. Now over here, along this wall, is all my DC books. See how I have everything separated, and back through here is DC. I'm not a big DC collector, but over the years, I've been collecting for over, I was 8 when I started. I'm really collecting probably when I was about 14 or 15, so a good 30 plus years of collecting. Over the time, I've collected a lot of DC books, but this is my whole DC collection. Okay, and on the back side of this desk, this homemade desk, are my drawer boxes, and this here has just random stuff, like these bottom 2 rows here are all Spider-Man related books. That could be Peter Parker, Web, anything Spider-Man related, one-shots, miniseries are all in those books there. And all across the top here, on this 3rd row, are all of my, it's all Marvel, but it's all like, how do I want to say it, like space related, like Nova, Thanos, all that, Captain Marvel, They're all on the top here in this top row. I do have complete Captain Marvel Volume 1 and Defenders. I am complete on those, so that's there. Over here, in this box here, last year I started collecting horror comics, and I do have a complete run of The Witching Hour, which is right here, and it's all in Mylar. I really stopped collecting comics probably October of last year, and started focusing more on movies. But here is House of Secrets, which is a run I was working on, and Unexpected. So these are all my horror, not all of them, but these are most of my horror comics here. Like I said, I have complete of The Witching Hour, complete volume. And then down here is a Venom box, of course, that's got Venom comics. And there is Conan, which has got Conan boxes, or books. And I do have complete Volume 1 of Conan, miniseries, and King Conan. So I am complete. I'm almost on all my Conan books. But yeah, here's just random, as you can see, Godzilla and Micronauts. I am complete on Micronauts. Marvel Zombies I'm complete on. And just random books. So you guys can see on these cards. But like I said, I have over 27,000 comics. Okay, so over here is my Millennium Falcon, which is the 1977 toy, and my Darth Vader. I'm a big Star Wars fan. There's my X-Men Essentials, which I don't want to open my single issue, so I have the volumes where I can read. Like I said, big Wolverine fan, so I have that. I have a lot of the Marvel Legend X-Men or Wolverine characters or figures, so you can see them all in the back. And I have more over there. And of course, I have 2 copies of Hulk 181. I got a graded copy and a raw copy. Down here is my only pop figures that I have. It's the only ones that I have. Here's my 360, and here is a bunch of like 8x10 photos that I have autographed, and some cards, Marvel cards. I'm a big World of Warcraft player, or I was. So I had the first 3 collector's editions. I haven't played in a couple years, but yeah, I was a big World of Warcraft player. These are blackout curtains. As you can see, it's sunny outside, but yeah, they make it nice and dark in here. Here's more prints, and these are some of my small Marvel 6.5-inch Marvel Legends characters. There's a signed print signed by Stan Lee, and it has the stamp, or the little stamp, and he is signed right there. Sorry about the glare. And like I said, here is more toys and DVDs and my independent books. And up here I also collected at one time Living Dead dolls, so I have a ton of them. And the closet goes way back, and it's comics back there too, and action figures. And those 3 tubes have all my movie posters in them. With supplies. This whole box here is a long box, and that's my Conan collection. But yeah. So here's a view of my room from the other side, from the closet. Just like I said, it's a massive collection. It's 27,000 books. And over here is, I have a Friday the 13th print or poster and Cabin Fever. And there's Miss Haley's blanket that she used to lay on. I keep that in here just to kind of have her part of this room, because that's where she would lay for the most part when I was in my room in here. Basically, since she passed, I've really kind of lost interest in comics and haven't really... I come in here rare. I used to be in here every day for a few hours. Now I'm in here like maybe once every couple weeks, just to kind of come in here and look around and dust and try to keep things organized and clean. But that is my collection, guys. I try to do a couple of these a year, depending on how much my collection has grown. But yeah, this will give you guys... I need to get another short box. These are all my new comics that I picked up over the past couple weeks. I just have them stacked there until I get another box. These little cheap damp rids, I got those at Dollar Tree for $1. So if you guys are looking for damp rids, they're great for your room. They try to keep some of the moisture down. But, yep. Anyways, guys, I'll do a pan of, there's my X-Men and X-Men related collection. That's my favorite part of my collection. I've thought about purging my collection to kind of dwindle it down a little bit. And I thought about getting rid of all my DC books and just keep Batman. But I haven't given it any real serious thought. But that's something in my head that if I did have to purge, it would be definitely my DC collection and just keep Batman-related books like Batman and Detective and get rid of everything else. Just in case my collection gets too big. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, unsubscribe. Whatever you want. It's America. It's free. Well, it is right now. And hope you enjoyed this video. It's a Junkie, and I'm out. Peace.